The Broken Arrow Murders, a tale of darkness in suburbia. Picture this: a quiet summer night in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, July 22nd, 2015. The stars twinkle above a sleepy suburb where tidy lawns and cul-de-sacs whisper of ordinary lives. But at 709 Magnolia Court, a house cloaked in shadow, something unspeakable is about to unfold, a story so chilling it would haunt the nation. This is the tale of the Bever Family Massacre, a true crime saga of betrayal, bloodshed, and a sinister plan that never saw the light of day. In the heart of Broken Arrow, the Bever family lived like ghosts. David, a tech worker with a stern demeanor, and April, a dedicated homeschooling mom, raised their 7 children: Robert, Michael, Crystal, Daniel, Christopher, Victoria, and little Autumn, in near total isolation. Neighbor rarely saw the kids, who weren't allowed friends or playdates. Behind the closed curtains of their 2-story home, the family existed in a world of their own, one that simmered with secrets. Robert, 18, and Michael, 16, were the eldest sons, bound by a bond that grew darker with each passing year. In the glow of their computer screens late into the night, they whispered of serial killers, mass shootings, and a twisted dream of fame through violence. They idolized the Columbine killers and James Holmes, the Aurora shooter, not for their crimes, but for their infamy. To them, the world was a stage, and they craved the spotlight, no matter the cost. The brothers claimed their father David ruled with an iron fist, doling out physical punishment that left scars deeper than skin. Crystal, their 13-year-old sister, would later confirm David's cruelty, though she spared her mother April from blame. Whether abuse fueled their rage or merely justified it, the brothers' resentment festered. They began to see their family not as kin but as obstacles to a grand, horrifying destiny. By July 2015, their fantasies had hardened into a plan. They ordered 3,000 rounds of ammunition due to arrive the next day, and stockpiled knives, hatchets, and body armor. They scouted a gun shop, plotting to charm someone over 21 into buying firearms. Their first step: eliminate their family. They'd stab them, dismember the bodies, and hide them in attic bins. Then they'd hit the road, targeting random victims across Oklahoma and Washington, aiming for a body count to dwarf Columbine's. They even planned 2 videos, one for police, showcasing their carnage, and another sanitized for YouTube to cement their legend. The clock ticked toward midnight on July 22nd. Inside 709 Magnolia Court, the house was still, save for the hum of air conditioning. Crystal, restless, wandered into her brother's room. Without warning, Robert and Michael lunged, slashing her throat with a knife. Blood spilled as she crumpled, left for dead. But Crystal, tougher than they knew, clung to life. The brothers moved swiftly, their plan unfolding with cold precision. Downstairs, David and April fought for their lives as steel met flesh. David took 28 stab wounds, April over 48, their bodies collapsing in the front room, a tableau of betrayal. Upstairs, the younger siblings huddled, unaware of the monsters in their midst. Daniel, 12, barricaded himself in his room, heart pounding. Michael, playing the part of a victim, knocked softly, claiming he was hurt. Trusting his brother, Daniel opened the door and paid with his life, stabbed repeatedly as his pleas faded. Christopher, 7, and Victoria, 5, fell next, lured from hiding by Michael's lies, their small bodies no match for the blades. Only Autumn, a toddler of 2, escaped notice, asleep in her crib. But Daniel had one last act of courage. Before his death, he dialed 911, his voice trembling as he whispered, "Someone's attacking our family." The call cut off as the brothers found him, but it was enough. Sirens pierced the night as Broken Arrow police raced to the scene. Officers arrived just after midnight, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. In the front room, they found Crystal, blood-soaked but alive, gasping that her brothers were the killers. The house was a slaughterhouse. David and April lay dead, surrounded by pools of crimson. Upstairs, Daniel, Christopher, and Victoria's small forms were still, their lives snuffed out. Autumn, miraculously unharmed, wailed from her crib. Robert and Michael had fled through the back door, vanishing into the woods behind the house. But they couldn't outrun justice. A K-9 unit sniffed them out, cowering under a bush, their clothes stained with dirt and blood. Robert clutched a knife, defiant even in defeat. As cuffs snapped on, one brother muttered about a flash drive inside the house, a digital manifesto of their madness. Back at the scene, investigators uncovered the brothers' arsenal. Knives, hatchets, and body armor scattered among the wreckage. A flash drive revealed their chilling blueprint. Plans for the murders, the cleanup, and their dreamed-of killing spree. Surveillance cameras, eerily positioned near the victims, suggested they'd recorded the carnage, though the footage was never publicly confirmed. In the days that followed, Broken Arrow reeled. The Bever home, now a crime scene, stood as a grim monument to the unthinkable. Robert and Michael faced 5 counts of first-degree murder and assault with intent to kill. Robert, stone-faced, pleaded not guilty, while Michael's lawyers fought to keep him in juvenile court, arguing his youth deserved mercy. The courts disagreed, and both were tried as adults. At trial, Crystal's testimony shattered hearts. She recounted the attack, her brother's betrayal, and the abuse she'd endured from their father. The prosecution painted Robert and Michael as wannabe legends, driven by a thirst for fame through blood. Robert's confession sealed their fate. He admitted they wanted to be famous mass murderers. Their family, just the first step. Robert received 5 life sentences without parole, plus time for the assault on a Crystal. Michael got the same, but with a slim chance at parole decades later. Appeals followed, with Michael's team arguing that life sentences for a 16-year-old were cruel. The courts stood firm. Today, Robert, now sporting tattoos like LWOPX5, life without parole, 5 counts, sits at Joseph Harp Correctional Center. Michael, quieter but no less culpable, is at Lexington Correctional Center. The aftermath left scars on Broken Arrow. The house at 709 Magnolia Court, gutted and shunned, burned down in 2016, its cause a mystery. The city rallied, raising funds to demolish the ruins and transform the lot into a memorial garden, a place of healing. Crystal and Autumn, the survivors, found a new home together, their bond a flicker of light in the darkness. Daniel's 911 call, released years later, became a testament to his bravery, played on true crime shows like Oxygen's Killer Siblings and HLN's Lies, Crimes, and Video. But questions linger. Could the brothers' isolation, their homeschooling bubble, have been a warning sign? Did David's alleged abuse push them to the edge, or was it an excuse for their darkness? The journal found in the family's belongings hinting at abuse had missing pages, leaving truth just out of reach. And what of the cameras? Did they capture the murders, a final act of vanity for two boys who craved infamy? This is the story of the Broken Arrow murders, a tragedy that tore a family apart and shook a town to its core. It's a reminder that evil can hide behind the most ordinary doors, waiting for its moment to strike. If this tale gripped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. What do you think drove Robert and Michael to such horror? Stay curious, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next dark reality of society.